students. Today we had to create a web page using by Rail frameworks without a XAMPP server. Okay. For that, first steps you have to go from as a Rail new some folder name you have to create application name. It is called about the app. After that, we go to the particular folder called about app view home folder. We type with having the main.html.erb file we want to create. After that, having the sample from the application config root.rb file need to be created. After that, having the sample application controller we had to create by home application.rb file want to create. This three file I had to create. Finally, come out, go to this expertise folder sample. Then you have to give the command rails. Yes, if you want to give the command, they want to call by that is a main.html file. Had to call through by that is the root.rb through by the home application. We have to call by the particular the file function the main.html file. Sometime call about the index.html file also. That I have give the what is the file was given by ourselves. We give by the file name for that. For that, you have to create a file. First, we creating the file. You have to anyway this one. Go to the drive. Which drive you have to run there? Go to the cmd command prompt. From the directory, we have to create here one file for that. For the file, give by the Rails a new sample. Okay, once create the file, create new the samples. That file going to create. After creating the file, having that is what are the necessary documents are there, all document going to be creating. After the create a file, we have to type the some file command. Okay, we have to create by one ERB file. For the ERB file, we'll give some direct example also. Some other HTML tag we are displaying to some ERB file. For that ERB file, we'll give some example once is loading now for the loading purpose. We open by there is a folder which folder creating the file app in the view we had to create one folder. The folder name call about is the home. Okay, home folder. From the home folder we are creating the file as a call about the index.html.erb. Create a new file index.html.erb. Once create this all the file with the extension. Now I type the code for that code. Okay, simply right click in, go with the open with the VS Code. VS Code. We'll type some example. Suppose give by the one HTML files are there. Give by the SMAT symbol and doc type. Give by the doc type. Then having that is the HTML. Okay. After having doc type, okay, it is having the HTML. Then type by the HTML. Okay. After typing the HTML, we can give by that is the body. Okay, in the body, we'll give that is the h1 tag. The h1 tag. From the h1 tag, we'll give by that is the some erubies. So give by the eruby program. Eruby with some names. Eruby running. Eruby run. Okay, we have to be closed by the slash h1 tag. Then we'll give by it is a h1 tag will be a close. Then give by the body going to be a close. The body going to be a close. Then slash html also going to be a close html. After the close by everything, that one file can created. The file name call about the doc type is the html. Tag type is the HTML. We call by the HTML tags are the head HTML tag body on here. H1 tags is given the body close HTML. For that we have to add with some Eruby file. Eruby file call about the unordered list. Okay. In this one we have to write the syntax for that. Okay. Reserve delimiter commands have to be applied here. This call about is the Eruby file. We'll give by the five times space do. Okay, Then you have to create by the tags. Okay, percentage and a percentage will give by the function call about the end. Inside we have to call by so the linear order li with we have to pass that as the argument. Okay, like already Eruby is given now, so write by the sample program. Sample program, we want to close the tag with the li. Once close the tag now, so it is the program is ready for that. Okay, for this we can save it. We have to run from here also whether it is going to run or not. We'll check from as another way to check the terminal, new terminal, where the files are there. We have to open the respective folder because we are in there the different location, so we have to open the folder. Which particular folder we have in that particular directories are there, you can select the folder, so automatically once save all. Once open the once open by the command prompt, the location new terminals are there now. Open from as the exact terminal on where the files are there. Suppose if you want to run that particular the eruby file, okay, we have to give the command. We have to give the command like as that is a erubies, erubies, erubies. Then file. What is the file? Main.html, main.html.erb. Okay, once run this one, we can show by some code whether what is the code. Sorry, it is the index.html, index.html. Okay, once the run the code, okay, it will show by html tags that display by the sample code on display. So we can able to know what is the code is they can able to run it or not. You check from as this point. After that, when we have to go back here, okay, with particular the folder. So I again open the folder, okay, where that my files are there. Select the folder now. We will start by all the files. Now had to create by that is the one more file called about is the roots. The have called about the roots.rb files are there. That file already available here. Where it is available mean the config file. When I click by the config file, roots.rbs are there. In this file, we have to remove this all. Okay, we have to give the file name. What is the root file for the root? Okay, we'll give that is a file name called about as the root. So we'll give by the root, then colon where the our directories are available, home, then give by the file name called about the index. If you give by the file name as the index, so we have to write the command. This file need to be written. After this the file is created, root application draw do everything's available. Okay, now we have to create a one more file. The file may be available on is application and controllers are there. Application controller, we have to type the some particular file. Okay, in this file controller we need to create by the home underscore controller need to file need to be created. Here there is no file, so when I come to the controller, create a new file. Okay, the new file call about the home application controller, home application, sorry, home controller, home controller dot rb file. Okay, home controller dot rb file. In this file, okay, what is the command need to type here? We are type them as that is a class, the class home controller, home controller. Okay, in the home controller we have to give by there is the application. We want to connect them as the applications, application, then controller, we'll call by the application controller. Then we have come to the class. What is the our file name? What is the our function name? The function name call about the definition. The file name as the index.html.erb file. So we'll give by the index definition index. In the index, okay, we call by the some name for that. Okay, we write from as the index cookies. Cookies, then give by the open, then colon name, then we'll give that is a open. What is the file have to be create here? Cookies. Then you have to pass. The pass the value equal to value, then colon welcome. Welcome. Okay. After the value is passed, okay, we give by that value be completed. Then we'll give by that is a comma. The next element want to be the expiries. Expiries. Okay. We'll call about expiry equal to one dot week. One dot week from now. From now. Okay. This is having that is a two files we want to created. One is the value, then give by the value colon the space, then we call by the expiries colon with we can call by the expiries colon with one dot weeks. First week from now we have to be close it, and the definition need to be end, then class need to be end. We have to save it. Whatever file you created, you have to save it. Just go through this file. What are the file we created? The file called about as the views, the home, then having that index.html dot erb files are there. So to run it, okay, once say this all the file, the expertise location, this home index and home controller. Now compromise the your directory where your directories are available. From that is the applications. We'll compromise the command prompt. From the command prompt, we have to pass. Okay, we'll give by the rails yes. Once giving this command now, server going to be start. From the server, from the home applications are there, they give by the index dot home dot index is there. They write by the code directly into this the HTML file. For this, it going to open by the direct local host port want to be open from the local host. From the local host. Okay, one started, press with the control with this particular one, it is going to be load. For the load, okay, we can do some modifications on the code. Okay, we'll minimize this one. It is a error. What is this error? Here some name. What the file we created? Just to once again go through it. Home. This home controller and home controller with this space definition index colon open value cookies expiries. Next, index.html correct. Here we'll go by this check about this roots.rb file. The root.rb file will give the file. Okay, application roots.draw root space single quotes home has I index is correct. Okay, now once again I'll come here, make reference. Yeah, here I already mentioned this is having the file. Home control is there, but we didn't give the home C. This maybe we cannot possible to find it. If it is our code is correct, it is going to run. But it is not correct. Application.html.erb file, it is a problem. So yeah, we'll see about view layout, view applications, then views, applications, views, then home, start HTML layout, applications. Here it is showing some error. What is that error? And it is having the file rename.temp.file. Here application.html.erb file, it is the problem. HTML tags are there, it is the programs are there, yield. Okay, the programs are correct, but it is not loading. We'll try one more time. This file may be a problem or not. We'll check with this home controller. Okay, now if you try here, yeah, it is a run. So the file name is the problem. Okay, suppose if you want to change the index.html file, it is some color code. If you want to do some modification, sample 5 times are there now. If you give 3 times and save it, and have to be a run. If you run now, 3 times only come. Suppose you want display by time dot now from here. Okay, if you want display some text, here if you want to run, if you want to run here, we'll give a time start now. It is going to be display some value. Okay, we'll give by percentage give by equal to time. That is the time dot now. If you are saved, here make be refresh. You display by current time on display. Okay, suppose compromise the outside the function. Okay, it is going to display by only one time what system times are they displayed. Okay, you either any messages time of the time equal. Now it is going to display the time equal display. So this is called about the Eruby file how to run. Simple things are there. Create an HTML file with the HTML with the Eruby content have to be added. Then we had to create by the application or not application home dot control dot as the home controller dot file home controller dot rb file we had to create it. For that we had to create by the home controller. What is our file names are the index cookies names are given welcome expiry when there is a 1 week from now. Okay, we'll go for the root.rb file called by the home with the hash of index. Okay, 3 files are there. 3 files have to we call about this file name call about the cookies also. Cookies have to run. For cookies also give the output as the same output. Okay, this is only the sample program. Okay, without having the any SAM server, it will give that is the output. It is going to run from as the without having that is the SAM server, it is going to be a run. Thank you. Thank you, students.